about signs and rules. Oh, the payment and the long, long roads. Yeah, and you're always in such a rush. With your life playing from the stereo. Oh. You get it, but all alone. And you're always staring at your phone. You need another great relief. We all need a turn and leave. Oh baby, this time we'll be gone forever. Never in a lifetime will you see us back here again. So come before it's too late. Hurry now, cause I can't wait. Let's put on our anthem. We'll be singing all night long, all night.
Alright. Shit. Today, I want to be talking about a couple of important things. As you guys have seen from the montage before this, today I did not wake up to the best of news. I had a loss in euro dollar, and even worse was a missed opportunity in CAD yen short. I was in the trade, but it got tagged out at break even right by the pip. And honestly, not even by the pip, right? It's literally like 1 or 2 pips away, but the spreads fucking got me. And then it just dumped to my target of 4%. Not a good feeling to wake up to, right? Just shit going wrong, I guess. But here's the first thing I really want to talk about is people's expectations of being a robot in trading. Meaning, they think that the end goal is that they shouldn't feel any emotions when things go wrong. They should just be super zen all the time, and things just shouldn't affect them emotionally. So let's really talk about that, right? Because you do hear that kind of advice a lot, where it's like, oh, you have to execute your strategy 100% of the time and have no emotion whatsoever. Play the long probabilities game. That's what people say. Which on the surface is fine, but in practice, it doesn't apply as cleanly. Follow me a bit closely here. So the first truth that we all have to agree on is that we are human beings, and human beings are feeling beings. We can't really not feel. That's literally what we do. In fact, there's been a lot of research, and I'm not going to talk much about this because it might be boring to you guys, but a lot of research that has proven that why we do what we do is because of our emotions. So if you removed emotions completely from your mind, you would be a fucking vegetable.
I'm Pickle Rick!
That's what happened to the doctor who did lobotomies in the past. I read this book from Malcolm Gladwell's book, I believe. I can't remember exactly which book, but essentially, this doctor who pioneered lobotomy, which is essentially like taking out the part of the brain that makes you feel certain emotions. The whole goal of lobotomy was to make people not depressed, right? That was the goal. But even when it did achieve its goal, it had a nasty side effect in making people vegetables, which is essentially like they don't care about anything anymore. There was a story about this guy who was a very successful, like a CEO or a C-suite level person. He was loved by his company, just a solid A-level guy, you know? But after he got his lobotomy done, he started becoming not stupid. He still knew how to do what he did, but he no longer cared, you know? Like, for example, he would just not come to work for no fucking reason. Like, he would just watch TV at home on a weekday. And then days passed, weeks passed, it just kept getting worse. He would stop showing up to his kids' baseball games, his daughter's dance recitals, stuff like that. But essentially, he became a person who didn't care about anything. And so the point I'm trying to make here is that you can't and you shouldn't be removing emotions from your brain and from your mind. We are feeling beings, and emotions are a very good thing. They're crucial to our lives. And in fact, if you know how to actually develop your emotions, if you know how to take them as data, then they can be very, very powerful factors to trading as well. My point is, you can feel frustrated when things don't go well in trading, especially when you know this job is full of probabilities. Can't really control what happens in the day-to-day, but you can control the long term. That much is true. However, all we're doing is living in the day-to-day, right? And so you will go through these waves of uncertainty and of variance, meaning kaya sometimes you just don't know if a trade's gonna win or lose. In fact, all the time you don't know if a trade's gonna win or lose. So you're at the mercy of short-term randomness. And the fact is, you will feel a certain way about it, and that's okay. So my first point is in pushing back against this whole idea of the goal of being a trader is to not feel anything anymore. Fuck that, dude. Is to be a robot. Fuck that. That's just super illogical and unrealistic and unachievable because you're not a robot. It sounds like common sense. But I understand if some of you have fallen for it, because I myself have fallen for that same bullshit advice. And it's gotten me nowhere, right? In the past, it's been terrible advice, actually. I did feel frustrated when this happened to me. And this is the first thing I saw when I woke up, right? Because it's 2 trades that are still running. So obviously, the first thing I do is open my charts to manage my trades. And then I saw the results. And I basically got fucking blue balled by the market, right? Like really fucking hard. And that doesn't feel good, guys. That doesn't feel good. And it's okay for it to not feel good. You shouldn't be denying it. Or even worse, right? Sometimes you get into this really bad negative loop where you feel bad for feeling bad. You feel bad for feeling frustrated. Like, oh fuck, shouldn't I feel more peaceful? Shouldn't I be okay with these results? No, not really, not instantly. Anyways, right? You should have time to process the emotions. I hate this advice that's going on everywhere where they're telling you to be a robot, you shouldn't be feeling these emotions. Oh, all professional traders don't feel these emotions. They're okay with getting cucked by the market overnight and shit. No, I don't believe that at all. What I do instead, what I found to be a better way to do things is I give myself a set amount of time to just feel shitty, right? It's okay because this fucking sucks, you know? Not the loss more so, like euro dollar was fine because I did everything I was supposed to. But CAD yen was a lot more painful because fuck, price didn't even hit my stop loss and sometimes spreads just get you and that sucks, right? That just fucking sucks. And that's fine, gitu. Like we shouldn't be in denial about that. So I give myself time, usually 30 minutes to an hour. But after 30 minutes to an hour, I start feeling okay again. That's when I start regaining perspective. And that's really where we want to get to. We want to regain that equilibrium. That's the way I do it. And I honestly suggest you guys to try the same. Don't be in denial about feeling frustrated when shit doesn't go well. Come on, guys, like fuck, we're human. It's okay to feel shitty. Who also said that we should feel happy all the time? That's stupid as fuck. We should be more comfortable being uncomfortable. It's fine. It shouldn't be sunshine and rainbows all the time. Nobody said that about trading anyways. And if you do love the game or at least enjoy it, like you can easily snap back to a place of equilibrium, but only if you give yourself the time you need to process the emotions first. Also gonna give you the real on my feelings, my emotions. I'm not gonna fucking bullshit you with all these, oh, I don't feel anything. Look at me, I have fucking ice in my veins. None of that is real. So please, as quickly as possible, unsubscribe from that belief or from those teachings. None of that is real. Don't villainize your emotions. They're not your enemies. Their emotions are simply trying to tell you information that your conscious brain isn't fast enough to process at that moment. That's what emotions are. They're not your enemy, so don't antagonize them. Because when you do that, then you start making yourself the enemy. That's when you have a lot of fucking conflict going on inside your mind, inside your head. You don't want that. You don't have peace when you're like that, right? You can't even think straight. You can't think at an elevated level when you're fighting with yourself. Don't ever fight yourself, right? all the emotions we have, all the thoughts we have should be aligned at a common goal, which is to get better, to make a better life for you, for me, for your family, for your friends, for your goals. If you have specific goals in your life that you want to do, your thoughts and your emotions should align. So the last thing you want to do is antagonize your emotions or your thoughts, saying that, oh, fuck you, like you suck, you know, like fuck these emotions, I hate my emotions, I have to destroy them, I have to kill them, I have to like, all these like very violent vibes, right? Which is what a lot of trading advice goes to. It's like you have to defeat your emotions, you have to conquer your emotions. Guys, even that, putting it that way, you're already starting from the wrong place. And then people wonder why things are so fucking hard. Like, yes, it is hard, but a lot of people make it harder than it's supposed to be. So just don't do that. Stop fighting with yourself and know that your emotions are there to help you. I know sometimes your emotions can be a bit, you know, uncontrolled, but hey, that's your job to learn how to navigate the emotional turbulence that can happen in trading. But you have to do so from a place of peace and understanding, instead of, fuck man, I have to fucking conquer this shit. Like, dude, that doesn't work. Stop doing it from that way. Okay, so that's the best tip I can give you that can apply to any emotional turbulence you have. Start by accepting it, don't deny it, and then come from a place of understanding to, you know, just, okay, why do I feel this way? Take it slow, journaling, write it down, right? Don't keep it all up here. That's also a really important thing. I have journals everywhere. I just took it out from my fridge. Obviously, I was joking. I don't put my journals in fridges like Joey does in Friends. I don't know if you guys watch Friends, but he puts books inside the freezer if he's scared of it.
Why do you have a copy of The Shining in your freezer?
Oh, I was reading it last night and I got scared, so.
I don't do that. I just, you know, I thought it was a funny thing to record. But yeah, I journal a lot. So I just bought this in LA. It's a nice journal, guys. Like, look at that. It's so nice. It's called Nuna. It's like a German company. Beautiful design, beautiful papers, and it fucking smells awesome too.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry.
Like, the smell is an important thing, I think. But yeah, anyways, don't keep it all in your head. You gotta journal them. It's a lot better to process your emotions and to really understand the root of why you feel what you feel. And if you can consistently do that, you know, ideally every day, but even if it's like 3 times a week, it's much better, much better than nothing. So yeah, that's it.